right, so let's talk about the weather. And who better to do that than meteorologist Mike Woods? He's in the weather center for us now because, Mike, I mean, there's a good chance of some flooding, especially in certain areas, right? I mean, what can we expect and when is everything going to hit? Break it down for us.
Coming through for us here, Hayley. And yeah, looks like that wet weather is probably going to kick in. Let's see. I'm trying to manipulate this and get everything set up for you as we go. But looks like the clouds and so on. You see a lot of low clouds and haze for us here in the tri-state region. And we are going to see more and more of that as time goes on. And then eventually the showers and storms will also kick through. But for now, it's still quiet for you. And we are going to see eventually the showers and storms coming together for us here. But it's kind of a messy setup altogether. We have all the elements for not just heavy rainfall, but also the possibility of some strong to severe storms that are also going to be coming through for us here. And I'm not sure if we're going to a commercial break right now or yet or not. But if you want, I'll keep on rolling through. And we can get into the business of what's happening for you today. Otherwise, I'll rock and roll and take you right through. So
Mike,
here's the bottom line.
The story is the weather, so you talk as much as you need to talk and alert people.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, thank goodness it's not happening right now. So let's just step you through the maps here and show you what's happening for you. All right, so it's not a day where we have severe weather happening in the morning, but we have been put in from the Storm Prediction Center, the flash flood risk. We're in the moderate zone. And we don't see this too often. It's usually when you get thunderstorms that come together and sit on top of you for an extended period of time. So that's why the red shaded areas, we're talking about a 2 to 5 inch rain total potentially coming through for folks in that region. And that's from now until basically tomorrow afternoon and evening. Here are some of the details scattered to numerous instances of storms which produce flooding, flash flooding in the area. Rain totals of 2 to 5 inches are possible, with some folks locally seeing as much as 6 inches or more of rain. You hardly ever hear of that unless there's a tropical storm that sits on top of you. That's the sort of rain that we're going to be seeing, and situations I would not be surprised to see not only a few instances of flash flooding causing problems, kind of like what Steffi was talking about. Hopefully it doesn't get to the point to where we have flooded out basements, but this is one of those days where we have that possibility for you. Severe thunderstorms are also possible for us here as we get into the late afternoon and early evening. We're talking about heavy rain, gusty winds, some small hail, isolated tornadoes, not out of the question for you, and also some minor to moderate flooding out there with the rivers in the area. So far, what we've seen for us here in the tri-state has been a lot of low clouds, as you see the local camera shot there. Low clouds, but the showers and storms, which are more significant to the northwest, are going to eventually close in on us here in the tri-state region. So clouds will thicken as the day goes on, and that rain kicks in, and it's going to mean business for us here. Right now, as far as temperatures go, we've got 75 degrees out at Central Park. Newark, same thing, 76 for you in Sussex as well as Poughkeepsie. And so it's a mild, muggy start to the day out there. The dew points are running in the upper 60s to low 70s. Once you get to 70 or higher, that air is just loaded up with moisture, and you really feel the heaviness to the air. Not only that, that heavy, wet air is also fuel for the fire for storms that do get going. They feed off of that warm, moist air. Winds coming in from the south right now at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Also, another fuel for these large and charged storms that are going to be coming together. Here's the Futurecast, and you see it stays fairly quiet until about noon today, and then the heavier showers and storms start closing in. So that's why I'm thinking the evening commute for us here, if you're in anywhere in the metro areas, New York, New Jersey, heading up into Connecticut along that I-95 corridor, it's going to be a mess. As those heavy rains will sit on top of you. I think places like the Sawmill and so on, the North Shore. It looks like we've got a lot of messy conditions coming through for us heading in until midnight. Now, the latest models do want to give us a little bit of a break going into Wednesday morning, but I'll bet you in the afternoon, the models kick it right back up again with more rounds of heavy showers and storms. So this goes on for today and into tomorrow, especially in the afternoon and the evening hours for us here. But the area of low pressure, which is driving this all, pretty much gets parked over the tri-state region, over the Northeast. And that's why we keep squeezing out these very impressive rain totals. Now, the future rain totals that only go out through tomorrow morning only giving us 1 to 2 inches with this particular run. But there are indications that some of these storms could produce as much as 4, 5, 6 inches of rain before this is all out of here. So again, most of this is this evening into tonight. During the day, your high temps climb up into the upper 70s to low 80s with some scattered showers and storms in the area. But it really cranks up tonight and into tomorrow morning. So that's when the worst of it is coming on down for you. And as we go through the next 7 days, that heavy rain sticks around for you today into tomorrow. It becomes more scattered with the showers and storms. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, the area of low pressure just doesn't break down and get out of here. So that's the problem, is we won't have a chance to completely dry it out probably until we get into the weekend, though you are going to get some breaks as far as the rain is concerned as we get into Thursday and Friday. But it doesn't want to dry out completely until we get into the weekend. Highs are back up into the mid 80s at that. So it'll feel like we are in summertime for sure here, Hayley. So yeah, we'll give you more updates as time goes on. So far, rain's not an issue for us here in the tri-state region, but it will be later this afternoon. So if you've got to do something outdoors, make sure you're prepared for that. And also the airports, they've been impacted. I know there's been a lot of either they had to have ground stops and things of that sort. That's been happening ahead of the rainfall. I'm thinking things just get worse as the day goes on here.
Well,
Haley?
Mike, I know that there have been some storms in the Midwest too. So I mean, I think this whole Midwest here, there's a lot of storms.
Yep. Area of low pressure, the same one that fired up the storms for the Midwest, is the one coming this way, and it's a slow mover. The only thing is with the Midwest, I believe they had a lot of severe weather out of it, including thunderstorms that produced tornadoes and, of course, storm damage in terms of gusty winds and hail. For us, I think it's going to be more about flooding rain, slow-moving thunderstorms that just take forever to get out of the tri-state region. It's going to seem like forever. By the way, turn around, don't drown. That's one of those things we're going to say today because we see so many folks that go in. That happened with the last storm. It's kind of unbelievable when you see folks drive up into what is clearly a flooded out roadway, and they give it a shot anyways. Not a good idea. Save yourself, save your car, turn around, don't drown.
Yeah, don't even take the chance. All right. Thank you, Mike. We'll catch up with you later in our show, but headline is get through this week and then we have a great weekend. So there you go.
Yep. We'll be fine by then.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike.